Hello and welcome to Journey to Lasting Love, the podcast. I am your host, Tina Shayani, and the head coach at Tina Coaching. If you are looking to attract a loving partner to build a relationship with that gets better with time, if you are looking to deepen your current relationship, or you just want to live a happier life, you are in the right place. Every week we will discuss a new topic that will bring you understanding, clarity, and the tools to become the best version of yourself, the happiest version of yourself. Good morning and welcome to Journey to Lasting Love. I am your host, Tina Shayani. I am the founder of Journey to Lasting Love, as well as the head coach at Tina Coaching, where we help people attract and build lasting, loving relationships. It has been quite a week here in Journey to Lasting Love. Lots of things happening, both for me on the page, but my clients are having a lot of movement, which I think is great. We are making breakthrough after breakthrough, and they are happening in rapid fire mode, which I think is amazing because very often I talk to people that say, oh, well, I've been in therapy for years. I've been in therapy for the last 10 years. And I think to myself, well, why? Where has it gotten you? So the concept behind what I do, I want to say, I don't think that it's as opposed to therapy, but we take an additional step in coaching that we are very goal oriented. Like if you want me to listen to your story and be a sympathetic ear, I'm happy to do that if that's what you want. But the goal of coaching is to get you from where you are right now to the place that you dream of being, to taking a closer look at who you are, what you want from your life, and helping to build the bridge to get there. So it shouldn't last for years and years and years, and you're still in the same place you were at the beginning. I want to say that in every 3 months of coaching, we can create a revolution. That in 3 months, we can take you from where you are to a brand new place. So some of my clients have just one goal that they want to achieve, and we get through that thing and they graduate and we say goodbye, and that was it. Well, we never really say goodbye because we always keep in touch to see what's happening and how things are going, but we no longer work together. Then I have clients, which tends to be more typical, that we achieve one goal and we set a new goal and we continue to work together. And we work together longer because we are achieving so much and we're doing it quickly. So they don't want to let go of that level of achievement. If you know someone who would benefit from this content, please invite them to either the Facebook group or the Instagram page. I was just at a party last week and 6 people came up to me and said, I listen to you every week. I listen to you all the time. And I love this and this and that. And I was like, so say something so I know that you are here, because like everybody else, I can use a little bit of encouragement too. And if you tell me that this means something to you and that it's helpful to you, that is helpful to me to know. So let's jump right into this week's topic. This week's topic is simple things that you can do to make people like you, to make you irresistible. Now, this sounds a little bit like one of those manipulation tactics that oh, let's do this and let's do that, but it's really not authentic. But that's not what this is. This is the idea of what do you do to make people want to be in your presence? Who do you have to be in order to be attractive to other people? Isn't that what it is at the end of the day? We are either attractive to other people or we are not. So who do we need to be in order to be this attractive person? And this applies in romantic relationships, in friendships, in work environments, it really applies everywhere. It is a universal principle that if you can cultivate like a personal charisma, you can change every aspect of your life. And it's not a fake, you're not pretending to be somebody else. It is completely an authentic version of you, but maybe it's a better version of you than you are used to putting out there. Because so much of our lives, we live on autopilot. We do things because that's the way we have always done them. And that's what's expected of us. That's what we watched our peers and parents and mentors do over our lifetime. But now, as grown-ups, as people of consciousness that are thinking about what they're doing, we no longer want to live our life on default. We want to be in the driver's seat because we are already in that seat. Now it's a matter of being a good driver, of going to places on purpose instead of getting there by accident. So what are things? We said 3 things that make you super attractive to other people. One very key component, which is the easiest thing imaginable, is a smile. Everywhere you go, walk in with a smile and see what kind of reception you get. See how you are treated differently if you go in standing tall and you smile at people, whether it's at the doctor's office or the supermarket or at a bar with other people. Walk in with a smile. Everyone is attracted to someone, to people that are happy. We naturally gravitate to a smile, and a smile is almost like an invitation. You are telling people that I am interested in you. It's an acknowledgement of another human being. You acknowledge them very simply just by smiling. So that is like the very, very base level of being attractive, because nobody wants to look at a sour face. Everyone prefers to look at a happy face, at an animated face. Nobody wants to see your misery written all over your face. So the very first thing to being attractive to all other people, and not just in a romantic way, is to smile. You know, as you know, I am married for a long time, over 25 years, and my husband goes off to work in the morning. I go off to do my thing. And when we come home together, if he walks in to this, a sour, nasty face, or he walks into a smile, and the same with him. If he walks into our home angry, or he walks in happy, it changes the environment of everything. It changes the experience of the next few precious hours that we have together. That very initial thing, that very first initial moment when we see each other, if it begins with just a simple smile, that changes things. So when someone meets you for the very first time, if you have that smile on your face, that creates a very positive first impression. That's the kind of impression that you want to give. And why not? Why portray yourself as an unhappy and miserable person? Even if at the moment you are miserable and unhappy, is that what you want to lead with? It's not going to lead to success. It's not going to lead to bringing you out of that unhappiness. I read a study many years ago, and I wish I still had it, that they did a study that they took people with clinical depression, and for, I don't remember the amount of time, 30 minutes, like not like 10, 12 hours a day. For a short amount of time, they put this severely depressed person in front of the mirror. And I'm not saying that this is a treatment for clinical depression or anything. It's just as an illustration. So they put this person in front of the mirror for whatever it was, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, and they just had them smile at themselves. And this act of seeing yourself smile and the physical act, the facial muscles smiling, created a physiological change within the body. And people started to feel better. If it's that simple, we all get into bad moods. There are always times that maybe we don't feel great, and this is okay. It's a part of being a human being. We are not meant to be turning cartwheels every second of every day. And that's a whole other conversation, how we put this pressure on ourselves to always be giddy. But that's an unreasonable expectation. It is okay. It is not only okay, it is normal to sometimes not feel terrific. The problem becomes when we stay in that state of unhappiness or sadness longer than is appropriate. Then it becomes chronic. So even if you can do on the days that you don't feel so great, this little exercise with yourself to smile in the mirror, that's helpful. But even more important, when you are out in the world and you are interacting with other human beings, smile at them. Smile at them, and you will develop better relationships. You will have better interactions with everyone that you meet. But the positive side effect will also be that the more you smile, the better you are going to feel within yourself. So why not try it? It's the easiest thing that you can possibly do. And sometimes, especially in our fast-paced life, we forget, like we are doing a million things at the same time, and we forget to positively interact with another human being. We forget that the person checking us out at the supermarket, if you even still go to the supermarket, is a human being. The person at Starbucks is a human being, and they are also wrapped up in themselves. So if you can leave your own brain and your own thoughts for just a few minutes and smile at the person that is across from you, just that simple thing will change your interactions, will make you more attractive to all other people that you encounter, and it will make you feel good. And isn't that the goal of so much of what we do? What's another thing that makes us super attractive to other people is if we pay attention to them. That when you are having a conversation with someone, with anyone, really take the time to focus on where you are and what it is that you are listening to. And really look at the person and listen to the person with genuine curiosity. Who knows what you can learn? The person that you meet on some coffee date or whatever may not be your person, but that doesn't mean that you don't have the opportunity to learn something from that person. And who knows, it doesn't necessarily have to be in the context of a relationship. There are so many things that we can learn from each encounter with other people. Really, instead of taking the time, instead of living in your own head and making assumptions about the person that you are either texting or swiping on or talking to, get out of your own head and really listen with genuine curiosity what the other person is telling you. What is it that they are? Who are they? And don't do it as a manipulative tactic, because here's another secret. People love to talk about themselves. And if you give them the opportunity to talk about themselves, they are going to like you more. And that's just a fact of human nature. Everyone, to some degree, enjoys talking about themselves. So, and they tend to like the person that gives them the opportunity to talk about themselves. So this is something else. Genuinely, when you genuinely listen to somebody else and with genuine curiosity, You ask them questions about themselves and you really pay attention. Instead of thinking about yourself and how you're going to respond and how you're going to one up them and tell your version of the same story, just listen and go deeper in with questions. And you're going to be amazed at what you uncover. You're going to learn so much about this other instead of just making assumptions and living in your own head. I hear so many stories that there'll be like a 10-minute interaction and the person will make up a whole backstory, front story, and a whole scenario about this other person without really knowing anything. So stop making those assumptions and take the time to really learn about other people and to truly get to know them and see how that will change your attraction level, which is what we're talking about here. It will make people like you when you speak to them with genuine curiosity and you truly listen. People will like you more. But not only that, and then the positive side effect of that is not only will people like you more, but you're going to learn different things about the world and that person, and who knows where that can lead. And isn't it nice to leave your own head? It is so much pressure to create these stories about who this other person is. And we do this a lot to kind of justify for ourselves. Well, he didn't like me because, and then we go into this whole story about who he is, what he is. Well, I'm not interested in him. And then we make a whole new story that may or may not, and usually is not even true. So let's leave the story behind. Let's get out of our own heads and put our true interest and focus on another human being, and let's get to know them in a real and meaningful way instead of just a superficial way. So that brings us to item number 3 on making yourself irresistible to other people. So how can we do this? So this was actually kind of the inspiration for this week's live. How often do you give somebody a compliment about whatever, and instead of graciously saying thank you, they put 1,200 disclaimers on the thing that you complimented. Oh, I like your hair, looks nice today. Really, it's so dirty. I haven't washed it in a month. So this is something that especially women, so many people do this. So when someone tells you something nice about you, when someone is kind to you, it is a way of them giving you a spiritual gift. A kind word, a compliment is a gift that someone else is offering you. And when you put your disclaimer on that thing that is good about you, you are turning away their gift. You are kind of spitting in the face of their gift and saying, oh, you like it, but it's really bad. This is not a good look. This doesn't make people like you. So when you give a gift, you're giving that gift because you want to make the other person, you want to give that other person something that they're going to enjoy. You want them to appreciate the gift. So what is the proper way of receiving a gift? When someone gives you something, say thank you. Say thank you. The other response that a lot of people give to compliments is that they immediately want to give the compliment back. Oh, but your dress is really beautiful. Or, no, but your hair is so nice. It's not a contest of gift giving. And yes, a gift can and should be reciprocal. But the goal is to first accept the gift before you offer it back. And so often, women especially are so uncomfortable with a compliment. So they deflect the compliment by diminishing the thing that was complimented by putting it down and saying, oh, no, 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 it's really not as good as you think. Or we are in a rush to reciprocate and give the compliment back. But this is a misguided, insecure way of behaving. So what is the proper response to the gift of a compliment? Is to graciously say thank you. That's so kind of you to notice. And that's it. And later, you can offer a kindness back, but it doesn't need to be in the same sentence. Just accept allows somebody the privilege of giving to you. When you buy a gift for someone, I know I'm like this. When I buy a gift, I'm so excited. And sometimes I can't wait to give the gift because I put thought and energy into it. And it is my hope that the receiver of the gift enjoys it and appreciates it and loves it, and it brings them some joy. So if they receive it graciously, that makes me feel good. So they're giving me the opportunity to be the giver. But if they put a disclaimer on it, that diminishes my joy as well. So think of a compliment as a gift and just say thank you. You don't have to return it immediately and you don't have to put it down. The other important aspect, which is on a similar line, when you are giving a gift, whether it's a physical gift or you're inviting someone or you did something nice for somebody else, don't put it down. Never, ever, ever put yourself down, even as a gift, even as a joke. I was somewhere yesterday and one friend gave another friend a gift and she goes, oh, it's very small. It's really nothing. It's nothing. It wasn't nothing. It was a beautiful present. So why put it down in the eyes of the person who is receiving it? Let them decide how good it is or how nothing it is. The idea of a gift is the intent. The idea of a gift is that it was a kindness, that you thought of the other person. And the compliment is the same gift, the same thing. A compliment is a gift. So don't diminish it. Give it with an open heart and be generous with your compliments. And everyone enjoys gifts and everyone enjoys compliments. Compliments are gifts. A gift doesn't have to be physical. And you do this because it makes people like you, but the side effect is that it feels good for yourself. It feels good to you to be kind to other people. So these are things that we don't really think about because they are so small and so basic, but we are taking these three tiny, tiny little things in life that are so simple and we're just not doing them because they're too small to pay attention to. But these small things have tremendous impact. So I invite you to really think about how you are interacting with other people in your life. Are you starting with that smile? Are you really listening? Are you really giving your attention to the person you are having the conversation with? Or are you just trapped within your own head? When someone gives you a gift of a compliment, are you receiving it graciously or are you spitting in the face of a gift? So really, I invite you every week in a different way to consciously look at your life and look at yourself and look at your thoughts and look at the way that you are interacting in the world and decide, is this the person that I want to be? Is this the face that I want to put out into the world? And then how can I improve this version of myself? So it's never about being different or pretending, but it's about being a better version of yourself because you are paying attention to who you are. It's about not living your life on autopilot and really taking a close look. And this idea of paying attention is so important especially in the early phases of a relationship. Look, really listen, really pay attention, and don't create a fantasy out of the person sitting across from you. Really look and listen to what it is that they're saying to you. And even sometimes more important than looking and listening to the words that they say is to pay attention to the things that they do. Do their actions match their words? And this is a whole other topic that maybe we can get into next week as a way of learning to recognize a quality relationship as early as possible. And when you pay attention in this way, you can save yourself a very great deal of heartache and a great deal of. So let's try and practice these 3 things this week. And let me know what you think. Comments under the video if you feel comfortable. Not everybody feels comfortable to comment publicly. That's okay. Send me a DM. I like that too. And let's pay attention to our lives and to ourselves. Let's go in with a smile. Let's really listen and let's be appreciative receive of the gifts that people give us in the world. I hope that this was helpful. Thank you for watching. If you know someone who would benefit from this content, please invite them to be a part of our community. If you yourself or someone that you know is ready to jumpstart their growth and really take their life quickly from where you are today to the place that you dream about being, send me a DM. I have a few spots left for one-to-one coaching. And I will see you here in Journey to Lasting Love. So happy to be here with you today and see you next time. Bye, guys. Thank you for joining today's episode of Journey to Lasting Love. If you felt a connection with what we shared here today, visit tshaycoaching.com for resources, blogs, and coaching options custom designed to take you from where you are to the place you dream of being. Join our Facebook group to connect with others or find inspiration on YouTube and Instagram. If you're ready for a personalized touch, you can book a call with me directly on the website to see what this is all about. Until next time, be kind to yourself and keep moving forward on your path to lasting love.